biggest fan.
What's up with the Raja?
Who is Rampage? He's like a
Come on,
thumb
bro.
wrestler.
This boy getting
Come on.
more clout by
Hey,
dudes tonight than girls.
Hey,
like
respectfully,
you
shut
right. You're right, 100%.
No handshake on that.
All right, respect.
I'm a dad.
So I just watched the apology video from the SykoStu apologizing to Rampage Jackson, and it is not even close. He is 100% fucked. This is the definition of senseless violence, and I mean, he deserves what's coming his way. So, yeah.
What kind of fucking person are you? You fucking low-life fucking clown. You want fucking clout, so you beat up a guy that's fucking half unconscious. You punch a guy that's trying to break up a fight and not even trying to fight you. I wasn't even trying to fucking hurt you.
It's not going to go the way you want it to go, and he should have handled it a different way. I hope that him and his family are able to cope and be able to find a solution for everything. And obviously SykoStu is a little bit better because everybody's kind of worried. But, you know, it's unfortunate that it happened, and hopefully it doesn't happen again.
SykoStu has broken his silence after being discharged from the hospital, where he was treated following the assault by Rampage Jackson. According to a statement from his family, he is now recovering at home after sustaining a severe head injury that left him unconscious. Doctors confirmed damage to both jaws, a deep laceration on his upper lip, and a fractured maxilla that caused the loss of several teeth. While his road to recovery is expected to take time, his family says he remains in good spirits. They also extended heartfelt thanks to everyone who has offered support, whether through donations, meals, flowers, or thoughtful gifts, emphasizing how much the outpouring of kindness has meant during this difficult period. Meanwhile, Rampage Jackson was approached by a fan who mentioned Rampage Jackson's assault on SykoStu. Rampage quickly shut the conversation down, bluntly, telling the fan to drop it. He made it clear he didn't want to address the matter in public. Instead, he explained that he was already handling the situation privately, all while dealing with an overwhelming wave of racist threats directed at him.
I'm Rampage's biggest fan.
What's up with the Raja?
Who is Rampage? He's like a
Come on, bro.
thumb wrestler.
This boy
right?
getting
Come on.
more clout by
Hey,
dudes tonight than girls.
Hey,
like
respectfully,
you're
shut
right. You're right, 100%.
No handshake on that.
All right, respect.
I'm a dad.
I know,
Respectfully.
I know, that's what.
Respectfully,
you're right. 100%.
I'm dealing with this shit.
Rampage
Hey,
is
I'm
yeah,
dealing with
you're
this
right,
shit.
He's a thumb board.
100%, man. Respect, man,
Hey.
bro. That's why I said I apologize for even like, coming up.
You can't make me wrong.
I apologize for even coming up to you that way.
I'm getting a lot of racist threats. Coming up to me, come on. I'm getting a lot of racist threats. Motherfucker talking about
And
killing me and my whole family over something my son did I ain't got nothing to do with. I'm telling you, drop the shit.
He a slider.
Hey, bro,
No.
drop it, bro, drop it.
Hey.
Put my number in your book,
No, fuck
bro.
that,
You need
fuck that.
situa-
No. I'm just telling you, I'm just telling you.
Hey, we do some
No,
comedy, man.
no,
What type
I'm
of
telling you.
interviews he running?
My
tonight?
apologies.
I'm sorry.
Jackson had long hinted at his son's reckless mindset and wasn't surprised that Rampage Jackson eventually ran into trouble. In fact, weeks before the incident, Rampage casually joked on a live stream that he already had bail money set aside, just in case. That old clip has since resurfaced, adding more fuel to the conversation surrounding Roger's latest actions.
Roger and his oldest son whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew that it was going to college. So I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So don't f him. If you go to jail, I'm just going to bail him out.
Dylan Dennis weighed in on the viral Rampage Jackson incident, admitting it was tough to watch. He speculated that Raja might be struggling with anger issues, questioning the reason behind such behavior. Dennis pointed out that anyone who trains knows the difference between practicing responsibly and taking advantage of a partner. He compared it to offering someone a move for practice, only for them to suddenly slam you recklessly, calling the act both unnecessary and ridiculous.
What's your take on this Rampage Jackson video that came out? Because it seems like that's caught kind of not just in the wrestling world, but like everyone is caught.
To be honest, it's it's hard to watch, but you know, in a way, it's like he might have something like wrong with like maybe like anger problems, because like why would he do that, you know? And anybody that has trained or anybody that has a brain knows when someone's working or someone's like, and like that would be like me going with you right now, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna pick you up, and we're working, we're doing a WWE match. Like you could slam me in my head, like I'm giving you my weight. You know what I mean? So like the guy obviously let him pick him up, and then slamming him like that is ridiculous. First off,
has shared his perspective on the Roger Jackson situation, describing it as reckless and unnecessary. He explained that in professional wrestling, moves such as slams are based on mutual trust, with both athletes understanding they'll be protected. In this case, he felt that trust was broken when Roger turned the action into something dangerous, rather than controlled. Dennis added that the punches afterward only made things worse, making it look more like an attempt to inflict harm than to perform. He called the incident disappointing, saying it gave the wrong impression since wrestling is meant to highlight skill and entertainment, not cause genuine injury.
Especially being a guy that's trained. I know he's only 0-1, but like slamming the guy like that, first off, is ridiculous. Like any person in WWE can do that to each other. You know, that's not anything like people are acting like, oh, that's Rampage Jr. or something like that. Like the guy jumped up for you to carry his weight, and he's trusting you to take care of his body. You know what I mean? And then he's throwing those shots, and like, I get you can kind of lay one in, like, you know what I mean? I can hit you like that, but the first one was like a haymaker. He's trying to like kill the guy, and like, it's just sad. Like I don't understand what happened. Like it's hard to explain what happened, and it looks bad for us too. You know what I mean? Like anybody could do that. Like I can go in the ring in WWE and do that. Like why I do that? No. Like you're supposed to have a trust. I mean, that's a different sport. It's a pro wrestling. You know.
Dylan Dennis said things might have been viewed differently if Roger Jackson had been upfront about wanting a real fight. Instead, it felt more like a setup where trust was broken. He pointed out that Roger acted as if they were just training together, only to suddenly turn it into something dangerous before apologizing afterward. Dennis suggested that Roger could be struggling with deeper issues, possibly PTSD, and called the situation sad overall. He even mentioned considering offering help, whether financial support or training guidance. Dennis explained that in combat sports, when someone allows you to lift or control their body, the responsibility is to keep them safe, not recklessly slam them on their head, which is why the incident was so troubling to witness.
It'd be different if he said, hey, come in here, I kid, like you, like I like really want to fight you, you know, and then yeah, beat the shit out of the guy, but it didn't seem like that. Like he did the prop can, he's saying that, but then he apologized, and like, is this kid? I mean, I don't know.
Dude had like PTSD and like that.
Oh, so sad. It's so sad. I was actually gonna offer to help him like with money and maybe training. Like, and then he shot on the other guy. He couldn't get the other guy down. He was like, so it's like the guy was letting you work with his body. Like, you know, when you're training and even when you pick someone up in sparring, you're not gonna slam the guy on his head. Like that's basically what they're doing in pro wrestling. You know what I mean? Someone's letting you pick them up, and you're not gonna.
And Dennis added that his admiration for Rampage Jackson made him cautious about criticizing Roger too harshly, since Rampage is a legend in the sport and someone he respects. Still, he admitted that Roger's actions were completely out of line, especially at a showcase event where performers are supposed to have mutual trust. Dennis pointed out that as someone raised in the fight game, Roger should know the difference between competition and putting someone in danger. He stressed that targeting a defenseless opponent in a controlled setting is unacceptable and only damages the reputation of the entire community when moments like this go viral.
I like Rampage a lot, so it's like you don't want to blame Rampage. That's the only reason that I don't want to go too hard on his son, because Rampage is a legend. He's a great guy.
Seems to be kind of like,
yeah, but like if it wasn't Rampage's son, I'd be like, that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like that's up. You know, to do to someone, especially in an indie show like that, and you're a martial artist at the end of the day, you know when someone's unconscious. Like if it was like a street fight and you're in the fight to the death and you're trying to kill to protect your family, that's like something like that. Okay, I would understand that, you know? He's a 25-year-old man that's been training martial arts and has been around martial arts his whole life. It's sad, man. I mean, yeah, it's sad. And like, I feel bad for the dude that he did it to, you know? And it puts us back a little bit, you know, went viral and it makes us look like we're like, or something, because...
At the same time, UE veteran Mark Henry offered a surprising perspective by partly defending Roger Jackson while also pointing some blame towards SykoStu. He said he's never been one to accept constant ribbing or taunting, and anyone who crossed that line with him usually paid the price. Although Henry admitted he doesn't know every detail of what happened, he suggested that Styos may have handled things poorly and taken on more than he was ready for. Henry also reminded people to think carefully about who they provoke and questioned whether it's right for an experienced veteran to single out someone much younger.
I didn't like the ribbing. I didn't like the joking. And anybody that talked to me that I didn't think was worthy of having that kind of aggressive conversation, they got that word. And, I don't know the full story, but I do know what I saw. And it looked like he wasn't smart to what was going on. And the dude that was messing with him bit off more than he can chew. And, you got to be careful, one, who you mess with, and two, what kind of example are you as a veteran for inciting a ride with a kid? He's not 12 or nothing, but he's still significantly younger.
Tony Ferguson reacted to the Roger Jackson incident with disbelief, emphasizing that the situation could have been avoided. He criticized influencers and media for sensationalizing events in ways that might mislead younger audiences and encouraged kids to look for positive outlets rather than resorting to violence. Ferguson expressed hope that Raja and his family can work through the aftermath while also sharing relief that Styos is recovering. He stressed that incidents like this must not happen again.
My reaction was just like everybody else's, is kind of shocked at that, but I think that it could have been prevented. I think assholes like people, influencers, YouTubers, or everything else that put too much hype and they try to build some shit up and they put these ideas in kids' heads and they're not fucking saying, hey, reach out and be like, it's okay. They're making it worse by trying to do the same shit by sticking mics in their face and doing this kind of stuff, where as some people know how to handle situations and some people don't. And unfortunately, it went a different way. And all you youngsters out there, that's not the right way to do it. That's just not how you do it. If you do have an issue with something like that, go talk to somebody. I know it's kind of seems like the pussy thing to do, but damn, go find a way to vent, because that stuff is just like a boiling pot. It's not gonna go the way you want it to go. And he should have handled it a different way. I hope that him and his family are able to cope and be able to find a solution for everything. And obviously SykoStu is a little bit better because everybody's kind of worried, but it's unfortunate that it happened, and hopefully it doesn't happen.
Maloa strongly criticized Raja Jackson, calling his actions reckless and misguided. He described trying to intervene during the incident when Raja suddenly lunged with a sloppy double leg and landed a punch, even though Maloa was not being aggressive. Maloa condemned the attack, labeling it immature and irresponsible, particularly since it targeted someone who was already vulnerable. He also noted that Raja was fortunate he was fatigued from an earlier match, which may have prevented even more serious harm.
When we're in the ring and I'm breaking it up and he shoots a double leg on me, by the way, work a better double leg, you prick. And then I'm telling you to calm down. I'm not even fighting. I'm not even being hostile. Then you're trying to work and get lower, do this, change positions, and I'm over here having to swim with you, all this other shit. And then you punch me in the eye after we're breaking it up, you loser. That's why you got headbutt, and that's why I punch you, and you're lucky I was tired from the match before this. What kind of person are you? You low-life clown. You want clout, so you beat up a guy that's half unconscious. You punch a guy that's trying to break up a fight and not even trying to fight you. I wasn't even trying to hurt you.
Doug Malaloya expressed that the situation with Roger Jackson could have been much worse if he hadn't intervened. He explained that Roger seemed intent on continuing the attack and might have escalated further if given the chance. Malaloya criticized Roger for using aggression as a way to dominate others, emphasizing that instead of seeking guidance or addressing personal issues, he relied on intimidation and his family's reputation to target people who were unprepared for such confrontations.
So, do you think he wanted to continue beating up Stu?
I think he would have killed him.
If you didn't stop it, right?
I promise you he would have killed him. He would have killed me if he would have got the best of me. If he would have took my legs out from under me like he was trying to, he was going to do the same thing to me that he did to Stu. Clearly, you watch the stream when he's walking away. I'm tired of people fucking with me. I don't care how many times you've been fingered in your life, bro. I don't give a If you got a fucking problem with the fucking world and the people around you, change the fucking people around you. Change it up a little bit. Go to therapy. Get some fucking help. Don't take it out on everybody else. And then you want to train by one of the best fighters to ever fucking live, your fucking father, use his fucking clout, use his fucking knowledge, and then you want to hurt people that don't fucking train like that? You're a fucking bully. You're a bitch.
Josh Thompson shared his perspective on the incident, emphasizing that compassion should focus on Quentin Rampage Jackson. He described Quentin as a caring father caught in a difficult situation, trying to support his son while witnessing poor decisions unfold. Thompson called it deeply upsetting to see a parent face such challenges, especially when it goes against everything they want for their child.
The problem is this. You're looking at it and people are, they're trying to give some type of, forgiveness because it's Quentin. Not because it's Raja, because it's Quentin. It's Quentin Jackson that is the person that you've got to feel sorry for, okay? In the fact that, he's hooked up in this when he's not the one that took part in this. And that's a sad thing because he's a father and he loves his son. And it's sad to see someone go through something of this magnitude when it's the last thing in the world you would have told your son to go through with.
Tim Welch commented on the incident, noting that although Rampage Jackson's son may have access to strong legal representation, the situation could still be considered extremely serious, potentially rising to the level of attempted murder. He highlighted the dangers of continuing to strike someone who is already unconscious, pointing out how quickly such actions can become fatal or lead to severe legal consequences. Welch described the attack as deeply troubling and said that if the victim had been a family member, the anger would be intense. He also noted that while the injured party had regained consciousness, the overall situation remained concerning.
Rampage got money. I mean, they're going to have some good lawyers. But it might be attempted murder. I mean, God, that's the thing. You got to be careful getting in street fights. If you can avoid street fights, avoid them. Especially if you got a temper tantrum. Maybe if you know a little jiu-jitsu and you get in a street fight here and there, it's okay. You can take care of yourself, get in a good position. But once you crack somebody and then you start seeing red and you're not thinking about what you're doing and you're punching them and they're already knocked out, good chance you're going to kill them. And now you might be in the pen. So, I mean, that was f***ed up. That was f***ed up. If that guy was my dad or something, I would be f***ing furious. So, hopefully this guy comes out of it all right. They say he came to, and it's not looking good.
MMA Guru expressed strong condemnation of Roger Jackson's actions, describing the attack as extremely violent and dangerous. He emphasized that continuing to strike someone who is unconscious is unacceptable and could have had fatal consequences. Guru praised the bystander with pink hair for intervening, while criticizing others for not stepping in sooner. He concluded by saying that such behavior is completely unacceptable and stressed that serious legal consequences are warranted.
Raja doing a classic 13%. I mean, I'm sick of seeing it, raining down shots on unanswered. Dead people, like he's unconscious on the ground, you just slammed him on his head. And now you're throwing 12 unanswered punches over and over again until you're trying to kill him. And the ref and all those in the ring that didn't stomp his out when he was doing that. Bro, Raja should have got fucking out cold in that ring. No one was doing anything about it but that pink hair guy. Shout out to the pink hair guy for jumping in the ring and trying to stop him, please. Brother, dumb animal, put him in a cage, straight up. Not a human, not allowed in society. Control yourself, dumb bit. Bring that sparring partner back, tornado kick him again, dumb animal.
During his first live stream since the incident, Rampage Jackson responded to criticism from MMA Guru, accusing him of making inappropriate racial remarks. Rampage emphasized that while everyone can make mistakes, it is unfair to turn them into racial issues. especially when it involves a child. He expressed frustration that comments about his family were framed in a way that he felt was offensive and inappropriate.
It's a lot of like ignorant people on the internet. I understand that. You know, it is what it is. The shit don't affect me, don't bother me, but people like MMA Guru, you know what I'm saying? That guy is supposed to be some kind of journalist, and his racism came out. His racism showing. You know what I'm saying? It's 2025, like, you know what I'm saying? People do shit. People do shit in this world. Some people fuck up. Some people do shit. It shouldn't get turned into race. Nobody wants to hear a bunch of racist shit about their son, no matter what race they are. He must don't have kids himself.
Rampage Jackson criticized MMA Guru for including inappropriate racial remarks in his commentary. He said that having grown up around similar language, he recognized it immediately. While he typically ignores online negativity, it becomes more serious when someone with a large platform uses such language. Rampage emphasized that public figures have a responsibility to remain professional, and his remarks suggest that fans might question whether Guru's opinions are influenced by bias.
I don't want to repeat what he said, but he said a whole bunch of. He said, like, he showed his racism, basically what he did. Like, I'm from the South. The stuff he said, only racist people say. A lot of racist people came forward and said stuff and DM me racist shit. It don't bother me, because I don't care about racist people. But MMA Guru, he has a platform.
Yeah.
And he should stay neutral, because he's giving his opinions on fights and stuff like that. So now people gonna be watching him when black fighters fight and the shit he say.
MMA Guru responded to Rampage Jackson's comments, criticizing him for going live. Shortly after Raja Jackson's incident, Guru noted that while Raja might be facing serious legal consequences, Rampage was streaming live, reading messages, sharing opinions, and calling people out. He highlighted the contrast between the gravity of the situation and Rampage's public approach.
Just a few days after Raja Jackson had this situation, that's probably the most stressful time in his life, deserved, by the way, the deserved most stressful time of his life, where he's probably sitting at home right now, scared to death that he's going to get decades in prison. During that moment, right now, his father, Rampage Jackson, is dating on stream and bowling with them while reading dono messages about the entire situation and giving his thoughts on it and calling people out.
Jackson addressed the situation involving his son Raja and SykoStu, expressing regret over the incident. While he does not excuse his son's behavior, Rampage emphasized his responsibility as a father to support him. He noted that the matter is now under legal review and requested privacy regarding the ongoing case. Rampage also expressed concern for SykoStu and his family, wishing he could have intervened to prevent the situation from escalating.
I can do on that side, but be a father, you know what I'm saying? And y'all know I can't talk about that shit. I can't talk about any details and stuff like that. I can't really go into nothing. I hope y'all can respect that. You know what I'm saying? I can't say much about that shit. You know, it's really not my place to say anything. And we gotta let this shit play its force. This shit put me in like a bad mood. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad about SykoStu and his family. His family had to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know all that stuff that went on. I just wish it was. I just wish I could have been there, but I couldn't. I was out of state, dropping my other kid off at college.
Rampage Jackson made it clear that he does not condone his son Raja's actions and is not defending the behavior. He emphasized that his priority as a father is to support his son while the legal process takes its course. Rampage also expressed hope that SykoStu may eventually find it in his heart to forgive Raja, acknowledging that not everyone may fully understand the circumstances surrounding the incident.
Y'all need to know that I don't condone Raja's conduct. I don't condone none of this shit that happened. So we're gonna see what happened, and I'm gonna continue to be a father, and I hope SykoStu can forgive me myself as a dad, because for not understanding everything, you know what I'm saying? And let's see what happens from here.